This is it. This is episode 621. No Laugh Track podcast here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. My name is Justin Severson. I get to host this week, last week, next week. Fingers crossed, that is. I am here with 4-time guest. Andy
Is that
Woodhull.
right? Four times?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Should I have quizzed you on that? Would you have said 4?
I might have guessed 3, but yeah, 4. Yeah.
4. Here we are.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me back.
You know it. Welcome back. Although you've been in town, what a day, right?
Yes, I got here yesterday.
And that we have so much to talk about. At the end of the last time we did this, because of course I listened back, I said to you, all right, like, pressure's on to come back with 3 life events, because last time we were here there was 3 pretty big life events.
Was it really? All right.
Well, I mean, we're stretching the definition of that a bit. One was you got married.
Yeah.
Another one was you had your TV show had started.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then started a podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So can we? And I think
Sure.
I think we have some more we could talk
I'm
about.
still married.
Still married.
Still doing the podcast.
Still doing the podcast.
TV show did season 2. We did season 2 of the TV show.
Nice.
100 episodes.
I saw that.
100 episodes. Yeah. Crazy, right? 100. There's
For-
now 130 episodes of a TV show that I am the star of.
Wait, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
It's funny to think about it like that, you know?
Let's talk. Okay, let's talk about that for a second. 30 episodes the first, and now 100.
Yeah. 30
And I know
episodes the first and now 100.
we haven't said the name of the show.
It's called Totally Funny Animals. It's on the CW, which you can stream for free on their app. Or I don't know how else you get it. You know, I make a lot of jokes about how hard it is to watch the CW. People don't seem to know. It is a free channel. If you just don't have cable, you don't have anything, you have an antenna, you get the CW, which I think is mostly who watches it and why I've come across so few people that have seen it. I think it's people that live in the woods and just get 4 channels, and they're like, oh, this animal guy's back on. I want to watch this for a second.
At my house, we use a over-the-air antenna to get the local channels.
Oh, yeah.
And I will say that if somebody stands too close to the TV when we're on the ABC channel,
Yeah.
it gets all blurred out. CW, I think we're good.
CW comes in clear.
Yeah.
Good. Good to hear. Glad to hear
Congratulations.
it. Real glad to hear it. We did a Christmas special this year.
I was going to ask you. I
and
saw
a
there's 2
Halloween
specials.
Special, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun doing holiday special.
I'm going to guess the Halloween one was because the animals were dressed up in costumes.
They're in costumes. They're spooky. I don't remember all the different things that we did in the episode, but they dressed the set. It was very fun.
And then you mentioned to me a year and a half ago when we did this that you did 3 of the voices.
Oh, yeah.
Have you expanded? Have you expanded?
I think I have expanded. I mean, that's kind of a joke that I only do 3 different voices. I do. The reality is I'm not a trained voice actor. So we go in the booth, and it's not super organized. It's just 3 of us. It's someone running sound, someone directing, and me. And also the booth is not a booth. It's a room. So...
No, call it a booth.
We're in the booth, and we watched a clip, and we got the scripts there, and then hey, what voice would be funniest for this animal? And I try to come up with it in the moment. And I have a lot of fun doing it. I do feel that there's people that do a wider range of voices than I do. And I definitely tried a lot of different ones this season. I think I tried a lot of different ones. But there's also, it would be cool if we had like some shows have like a writer's assistant or something, or some type of person keeping track of everything. And it would be cool if there was a database of all the different voices that I did, and then they could be like, hey, you should do this voice again, and they could play me back what I did. But that doesn't exist, so it's just whatever I can hold in my head. And I mean, the peek behind the curtain is mainly that, like, if I do kind of a high-pitched voice, the next clip I try to do a low-pitched voice, because I just want them to seem different than the previous one. Is the main peek behind the curtain of how I do the voices on Totally Funny Animals. But it's actually a blast.
I bet.
Doing the different voices.
Are you getting the people in the booth with you to laugh as well?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll laugh. Yeah, they'll laugh, but they try not to. You don't want to ruin everybody. It's hard to make people laugh that are like. It's hard to make people laugh in general. It's even harder to make people laugh if like they're at their job and it will ruin what you're doing if they laugh. So they're even harder. So I can usually. Sorry, I'm sick.
No, I'm sorry.
I can usually only get them to laugh if I like curse or something, if I make, something that's obviously not going to be, I've already blown the take, and so I go, oh, these fucking nuts are full in my butthole or something like that. It's not my typical style, just like I do it just because it's already ruined, and I want to make those guys laugh.
They'll put that in the After Dark edition eventually, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you about something that happened to me today, and I want to get your thoughts and if something similar has ever happened to you.
Okay.
This was very this was not good. So left this morning to give my daughter a ride to work, and I should backtrack here. I have a really old vehicle with a lot of miles. My wife works from home. She has a way newer vehicle with barely any miles, heated seats.
Wow.
As we talked about off mic, it's pretty damn cold here.
It's pretty
right
cold
now. So she's always been like, if you're just going to do a short run, just take my car. I'm like, all right. So I get in, daughter gets in, we start backing out of the garage, and I clipped the side mirror on the garage door. Broken plastic. Glass did not break, or mirror did not break. Glass broke. I feel beyond bad.
Sure.
Mad that it happened. Yeah. Feel bad that it happened.
Yeah.
So then I drop my daughter off, come back home, and I had a previously scheduled. I was talking to a guy on the phone about this business thing, and we were laughing a lot for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In between me coming home and getting on the phone, I didn't tell my wife about this.
Yeah, you keep that a secret as long as you can.
Well, except I got off the phone laughing, and then I come downstairs, and I'm like, honey, I have to tell you something.
Yeah.
It's not good. And I tell her, and she's like, no, you didn't. And then she goes, what the fuck were you just laughing at? I'm like,
Hey, it's different compartments.
Like,
I'm on a business.
Yes.
He doesn't want to hear how I'm mad about breaking your car.
So first of all, do you have any experiences like this yourself where you ruined someone's nice car like I did?
Well, I didn't, but my now wife was my girlfriend at the time and did the exact same thing. She drove my car somewhere, and she backed out of my parking spot and knocked the mirror off. And,
How did she tell you, and how did you take it?
She told me, I think, similar to what you did, and I took it great. I was like, I wasn't like, that's the coolest thing you ever did. But she felt so bad.
Was that when you proposed?
Yeah, she felt so bad that I was just kind of like, hey, it's not that big of a deal, Like, you're already saying you're going to pay to fix it, so, but, it's nothing. It's nothing. You just...
Well, I would argue that she's been encouraging me to drive it, so do I really need to pay to...
Let me ask you this, because I'm sharing a car a lot with my wife now because we got a baby. That's my one big thing. Boom, right there. And only one of the cars is appropriate for driving a baby. Her car is a Volkswagen Bug convertible. You can't really put a baby in there. It's hard to put a full-grown man in there, if I'm being totally honest.
Completely.
But so we share a lot. And the one thing that makes it tolerable for me is it's got a button that is a preset for your side mirrors and the driver's seat. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would be able to share a car. It was one of the features I was looking for because I knew we would be sharing it. It's like, if we don't have that, I don't think we can share a car because I lose my mind every time I get in and I'm like, everything's wrong. I can't drive like, and she's so much smaller than I am. I literally can't even sit in the seat without reaching in and moving the seat back. So, do you have one of those buttons in your car?
Well, it's not in mine. In hers,
in
probably. It's a current whatever, less than a year old. I'm sure it has everything that does that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Now I never want to get in the vehicle again. At least in the driver's seat.
She was pretty upset.
Yeah. How do I say this then? No judgment here, but it's also that time of the month where it's not good to give women bad news.
You might want to cut this part out for Justin's sake if his wife listens to this podcast. I don't know that you want to be saying stuff like that. I'll say exactly what you should do is, obviously you pay for it and you do everything. You take it to the shop. You listen. It was a mistake I made. I'm 100% fixing it. You don't have to lift a finger.
No,
I'm gonna be done with it as soon as possible. And that's what my wife did. Not that I would have been, I don't know, throwing coffee mugs at the wall or something. But
nothing was thrown at home. Thank you.
Yeah.
I did immediately after I told her. I went to the kitchen and washed dishes.
Oh yeah, you go do a little chore. Hey, I'm just doing chores in here. If you want to come yell at me.
I mean, you wouldn't, right? Not while I'm doing this. No. Yeah. So, reminded me of being in high school, and we took my dad's car to go to a football game, and my buddy brought his BB gun with.
Oh yeah.
And then shot the window out of my dad's car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I had to come up with some elaborate story about
what was the fake story that you
how
said?
that happened. I just said it was. And honestly, my dad listens to this. I don't even remember if I've ever told him the truth.
You don't know.
This.
You've never told him the truth.
I don't know. Maybe I have.
It's time to come clean.
Dad, it wasn't somebody in the parking lot at the football game that had a BB gun. It was Bob. Bob had the BB gun.
Was
Bob
he inside the car or outside the car when he shot?
Inside, sitting in the freaking passenger seat.
Did he go off on accident, or was he trying to shoot out the window and the windows were really clean?
He was not trying to shoot. He was just being dumb and holding it, and then
yeah.
I mean, pretending he was going to, and then he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hilarious. These days, I think you could get away with that because those safe flight repair, safe flight replace. I think you could have it done. That should be a commercial for them.
Same day?
Kids joyriding. Dad will never know. Safe flight repair, safe flight replace.
It's not too late. They're still, it's not too late. Let's sell that to them. Hey, I was listening to you for an episode. You did a podcast with Mike Kaplan last year.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think I knew this about you, that you were in school to be a geologist.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I
was in school to be a geologist.
That's so...
I know.
Who? What? It's
incredibly
so
cool
geologist.
And intelligent. Yeah. No, I didn't really know what I wanted to be when I got older. I thought maybe I wanted to be a teacher because I took this exploratory teaching class in school that I thought was really fun, where 2 hours out of my senior year, like 2 periods, I was in a kindergarten being an assistant teacher, and I really liked doing that. But I kind of thought going to school, and no offense to the teachers that went to school for education, I was just, in my mind, I had kind of heard you can get a degree in anything and then go back and get a teaching certificate. So it never crossed my mind that like I should major in teaching. So I was like, well, let me major in something I find interesting, and then if that's what I want to do, get a teaching certificate or however that works. And I could be wrong about how even that works. And then I thought maybe I want to go to an advertising because I love being funny, and I thought maybe that's a way that I could be funny professionally. And then
right, Safeway jokes.
Yeah, Safeway. I would have been successful at it.
Clearly.
I know now. But when I was in school, all the advertising classes that I took were all about like manipulating. That sounds messed up, but they were all like, this is how you get a group of consumers to do what you want. They weren't really about like, here's how you write a funny Doritos commercial, or whatever. It was all about this research and blah, and I found it boring. And then also the School of Communication. I'm not smart, but the School of Communication was was easy in a way that I felt like I was wasting money in college, where like I would have a test. I'm in like this communication course because that's where the advertising school was, and I wouldn't study and I wouldn't read anything and I would just BS and I could get a C or a B, no thing. And I would just hit this point in college where I thought I'm gonna graduate having learned nothing. I'm gonna I don't know, and I didn't want to do that. And I had this one class on earthquakes that I found really interesting, and then I met with some of the professors in the geology department, And they talked about they go on these elaborate field trips every year. And I'm just like, this is like really interesting. I want to study this. I want to learn about this. And then who knows what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll still do the teaching thing, or maybe I'll get something in the field of geology. I thought something that was really appealing to me was like working at a national park in some way. I don't know, giving tours or like being whatever. And I thought that was kind of the route that I would take. Meanwhile, the whole time wanting to be a comedian but not knowing how to be a comedian, because I didn't know about open mic nights. I didn't know about comedy clubs even. I knew Jerry Seinfeld and Chris Rock, and there was like 4 other comedians. And I'm like, well, I don't know how you get to be one of them. Yeah. And then it wasn't until there was stand-up at my school, and there was opening acts. And I was like, well, I wonder who these opening acts are. And then you learn they're just like local. They're doing comedy around town. And then I found out about the club and the open mic night at the club. And then once you find that out, you start looking around the country. This is in 2003. It's so different now. Comedy is the biggest thing in the world. But it wasn't that big in 2003. And you go to the club, and then you find out, oh, my God, there's hundreds of comedians I haven't heard of. They're all so funny. And there's just like a way that you can make comedy your job. And then once I learned that, I had already graduated from college, and I just became ultra focused on like, how could I keep doing this thing that I think is so fun in a way that maybe I would make money one day. And I still hope to make money one day.
Well, that's going to be my first question next year when we do this. Is how's the money? Are you now getting paid? That's hilarious. Are you still living in Los Angeles? Correct?
Yeah, Los Angeles. We moved to Long Beach. My wife and I moved to Long Beach.
Long Beach with the baby.
With the baby. Yeah, we had the baby.
So talk me through conceiving the baby, please.
So well, it was cowgirl. No. No, I don't know. We decided we wanted to try to have a baby, and so we tried to have a baby, and I'll be damned if we didn't succeed.
You did it.
We did it, you know.
Freaking did it.
And I'm
for people who followed your career, you had at one time you were stepdad of a couple
kids.
I
mean, some people, my stepdaughters would say that I still am.
Well,
a stepdad.
I'm not trying to shortchange you there.
But they're I was a stepdad, and then I kind of thought for a long time that the choices that I made in my life to become a comedian kind of made it so that having a baby wasn't something that was going to happen. And I was at a place where I was kind of okay with that because I was a stepdad. I got to be a parent. I get to continue to be a parent in a specific way, I think. And I have a very full, happy life with no regrets. And then we're able to have this baby boy, and it just, I don't know. I feel so lucky. How did I get to do everything I ever wanted in my life? I didn't have to give up anything so far. I thought I did, but now you really can have it all.
You did have to stay off the road for several months.
I did, but I was excited to do it. It's I'm happy to. This is my first weekend. I did a couple gigs in the 4-month period between when the baby was born and now, because my wife and I, she was taking off work. And we kind of just put one of the gigs I did was because I had committed to it long before we had ever conceived. And I knew it was going to be like a problem with the people if I canceled it.
Sure.
And the other ones that I took were just like, I would sound like the most pretentious guy. They were an amount of money where it made sense to be gone for one night, So there was like 3 gigs I took in the time between my baby was born and now. And this is the first long weekend here in Minneapolis. This is the first time being back in the routine of like, okay, we got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm a real comedian. I'm doing my set. I got to tell these jokes.
Did you FaceTime with the baby today?
I have not FaceTime with the baby today. Today was mommy and me class for my wife.
Oh, so it's busy. Occupied.
She's busy, very busy. Today, trying to juggle her job because she's back at work, so her job and mommy and me class, and trying to do everything.
So before we started recording, I told you that there was a crazy coincidence that happened,
Yeah.
right? So a lot of time, I spend a lot of time on Threads. That's like now my current favorite social media app.
Okay.
And I was on there last night, and sometimes I'll see posts that kind of lead to conversation. And I'm like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I might use that on the podcast, right? So I'll do screenshots. I took a screenshot of one last night, and then this morning, when I was prepping for the podcast, I went back to that. I looked up the name, went to that feed, that person's name, and I was looking at all the responses to the questions. And in that exact moment, your reply came up.
Oh, I don't respond to many things on Threads, so I think I know what it is because I responded to one recently.
My firstborn is scheduled in less than 2 months. Dads, what's your best advice for me?
I respond to stuff when I'm like, I think I actually do have good advice here.
Can we just take a moment to? This has never happened.
It's pretty crazy.
I've been doing this podcast since 2012. This has never happened.
Yeah.
This has never happened anywhere in my life where I'm looking at something and someone I know, their comment just randomly pops up. This wasn't
the Threads algorithm is working for you. You know, they knew that we were getting together today. They just served it up to you.
I don't even think I follow you at this point on.
I don't know that I've ever posted on Threads unless they like simul post Instagrams.
And that's kind of why I don't. That's probably why I don't, because I only follow people that actually do post.
Yeah.
For real. So crazy. So some of the other response, I thought that was an interesting question. Obviously,
Yeah.
I was going to bring it to you today and get your answer. Now I know your answer.
A lot of people were giving answers that are like philosophical or like, look what a great guy I am. I gave practical, this is like something you definitely should do. You know, cold cut, I think it was like 3 words, if I'm remembering it right. This is like, you're about to become a dad. Do you want to reveal what I said? Or
well,
should
first,
I reveal
I'm gonna even back up what you were saying more. So typical answers were like, write down with your own hand on real paper about them. Do it now, and every few years they will want to know what you saw as you watched them grow.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice, but I feel like 90% of those are like people being like, I hope a girl reads this and wants to have sex with me. It's not real advice.
Right.
It's just like trying to show what a great guy you are. I don't know. It's stupid. Anyway, so my advice was
buy a robe.
Buy a robe, yeah. I did not own a robe prior to having a child, and I was thinking about having the child and getting up in the night, and I sleep in my boxer shorts. I think a lot of men sleep in their boxer shorts. And I bought a robe, and it's maybe the best purchase I ever had. I've had close friends that are about to have a baby, and I'm like, hey, man, buy a robe. You're just going to want it. You're going to want it in the middle of the night. You're not going to want to get dressed. You want to just put that robe on. And multiple friends have been, you're so right about that robe. So it's just like a good piece of practical advice, fellas, and ladies too, I suppose. If you're going to have a baby, buy a robe. You're going to be up in the night. You're going to want that robe.
I love it. I love that. I didn't write this, but mine would be if there's a crappy kid's book that you don't like, hide it. Just stick with the good ones. There's plenty.
That's so funny.
There's plenty.
We were reading books with the baby, and I was reading a book with my wife, and I disagreed on this. I was like, I read this book, The Little Blue Truck, which rips. Little Blue Truck is so good. It rhymes. Like, I'm saying it to myself all the time. You know Little Blue Truck?
Yeah.
It's like, help, help, help. I'm stuck. Come get me. I'm the little blue truck, whatever. And it's great. And it gets stuck in your head. And then I read my son The Hungry Caterpillar, which is a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Which has been around for so long. And I'm like, Hungry Caterpillar sucks a little bit. Just like, the whole thing is just like eats through different stuff. And then in the end, he gets a tummy ache and becomes a butterfly. I'm like, this book sucks. How's this book around for so long? This book's got nothing on the Little Blue Truck. Nothing on the Little Blue Truck. Little Blue Truck, I haven't even read them yet, but there's like 10 spin-off books or something. There was no spin-off books because the regular books sucked. I think maybe there just weren't a lot of books. And then my wife was just like, you're so wrong. The illustrations are beautiful. Like, I don't know. They're fine.
The 4-month-old loves the illustrations. Oh, that's fantastic.
A 4-month-old, you know, you try to read to him because people say you read to the baby, but he also has a book that's just like different textures of fabric and no words, and he likes that better than any of the book. There's a page with a mirror, and that's his favorite page.
Oh, I think every
this
baby's
vain
had
little
that book.
baby.
Yeah.
He's got one page that's just like lace ribbons. He grabs those. That's his favorite book. Look, I'm reading with the boy. We're touching lace ribbons.
They'll need those skills someday.
Yeah, no, he will for sure.
He will for sure.
He'll probably be in textiles. One of the
where
only
do you trace
jobs
this
AI
back to?
couldn't touch. Well, when I was a boy, my dad would read me The Hungry Caterpillar, and it sucked. My favorite book was a book that had ribbons in it that I could touch.
Oh, I love that. Last night, obviously I was here to see the show last night.
Thank
Super
you.
fun. On my way home, I was behind, I want your thoughts on this. I was behind a vehicle, it's a van, and it caught my eye because on the bottom were the bright green truck nuts.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You just don't see those very often. And once is
Green ones
enough.
especially, yeah.
What are your thoughts?
My
Truck
thoughts
nuts.
on truck nuts are they're fine. I mean, they're kind of funny. They're kind of funny. Truck nut. I would never have them on a car.
No.
And if I knew someone that had them, I would judge that person a little bit. But they are kind of funny. I don't think they're the worst thing in the world. I think they're a little funny.
I think it's funny that they are so anatomically correct.
Yeah.
And still like are allowed. There's not like a I don't even know what the ticket would be for that, but it's pretty crazy. Like where does it end? Like what other
That's true. That is true. That I'm surprised people aren't up in arms like that. People are upset that they showed a porn actress in football,
Oh, that's right.
but the truck nuts are fine.
For people who don't know what you're referencing, the national championship college game on Monday night, they kept showing a woman in the stands that's known for doing...
Yeah, I didn't even know if they kept showing her. I think I saw her at least once.
Okay.
Because I had a memory of her when the story came out. Because I remembered a moment when they were on someone like they were a celebrity, but it didn't pop up their name. And I was like, who is that actress, you know? Which I wonder if that's the same thing that the camera guy was going through of like, I know her from something. The graphics people will probably put it together. But that was it to me. But she like goes to University of Miami, was just rooting on her team. Yeah. And then people were like, children watched. How dare you show her? It was just like she was just being a woman.
Yeah.
At that point.
That's hilarious.
So it is funny that I never thought about nobody's up in arms about the truck nuts. There's children that like trucks. Children love trucks. They can't have... Well, that little blue truck doesn't have any balls hanging down from his chassis.
Hot Wheels with truck nuts. One 64th replica or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else should we be mentioning about? Last night was super fun. Your special, last time you were here, about a year and a half ago, you recorded a special.
I did.
It's been available.
Yeah, it's available. It's called Beach Brain. It's very fun. I love it.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I saw that set live here, so. But I have to say, I kind of am going to take a little bit of pride in having a hand in some material there.
Oh, yeah. You have to remind me. Yeah.
All you can drink milk. We talked
about that on here. Yeah,
we talked about it on the podcast, and then you must have gone to the fair the next day.
Yeah, we did. I went to the fair. Well, I think I went to the fair maybe by myself, and or maybe someone went with me. But I kind of remember. I don't know. But I did go to the fair, and that's a fun thing on the special. That joke was from that week. You know, I think lots of my things that I've put out, specials or albums or whatever, do have stuff like that because that's how I kind of do a set. I often open with a little local thing, which is not unique to me. Lots of comedians do it.
They do it, but I, as a consumer of comedy, love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's very fun, and this one I just thought was good enough that I left it on the album. I thought it was fun. Yeah. So thank you for our conversation, which led to a joke that I didn't tell again other than that night.
Look at that.
Now it is forever recorded. Yeah.
I gotta have to tell you, I saw like the recorded special and I was like, oh, he ended up. And then the other day or today, then I listened back to our podcast episode and I'm like, this is this is where this came from. This is so cool. This is so cool.
What jokes will I get from today? I don't know.
Come on, your next hour. So you've also told me in the past that you like to record something every 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's right.
We're there, right? Close?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it came out last year, but it was recorded before that. So, yeah, but I don't feel close. I think probably the 4 months off.
Oh, I'm sure.
And before the 4 months I took off, I wasn't really doing stand-up because I was recording the 100 episodes of Totally Funny Animals. So I'm probably behind schedule. The new whatever special comes out next probably won't be recorded until the end of this year or the beginning of next year.
You had some notes on stage last night to get to some of the new ones?
Yeah. No, I mean, as a comedian, you just write notes to yourself when you think things are funny, and then I either will try to figure out if they're jokes by writing them out, or I will try to figure out their jokes by just, putting my foot to the fire and bringing it up on stage. And
there were a couple last night that when they were done, you were like, I was just trying.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There was a couple that I thought, like I listened to my set this morning, which
you did.
I always record it, but I don't always listen to it because it's usually the amount of stuff that I'm working on is I'm working on one new joke this week. I want to get one new joke this week. And last night I was working on, 10 to 15 minutes of new jokes just because I had so much life experiences just happen that I have new stuff to talk about.
Hell yeah.
And I'm excited about it.
Yeah. Hell yeah. The new stuff was great. The new baby stuff was really fun.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was like, I hope he's got some stuff about the baby. Yeah. So very cool. Very, very cool. Let's see. Anything else we should be mentioning? You are still doing the podcast. Mention what that is called.
Oh yeah, it's called The Backyard Hang. I do it with Tommy Johnigan and Alex Stone. It's great. It's the best excuse to hang out with two of my best friends and shoot the shit and have some laughs, and some people enjoy it, and I love it. It's crazy, but I would probably see them once a month if we didn't have a podcast, and because we have a podcast, I see them at least 4 times a month. So it's
awesome.
It's great.
Yep. Backyard hang. Is there I noticed they don't all actually occur in the backyard. What's the temperature limit? Whether I need to know. It's going to be.
That's
we have
true.
events this weekend in Minnesota that may be going on at 40 below. What moves you inside at backyard?
Well, we're almost always outside if Tommy's backyard is available. If it's not available, that's when we're inside. Well, sometimes they'll just be maybe a family thing.
I see.
Where hey, we can't be in the backyard because people are over or whatever. But even if it's raining, we'll go. It's got a carport. We'll go under the carport. So most of the reason that we are not in the backyard is I would say Tommy wasn't able to do the podcast that week. So we do it from the computers in our own homes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I appreciate you doing this today. I know you're not feeling 100%.
No, I'm happy to do it. Happy to see you. Happy to be here.
I appreciate it. As you mentioned on stage last night, as a new father, sleep is very important, and especially when I know that you're staying in a hotel, no wife, no kid.
Right? Yeah. You can sleep.
What an opportunity to catch up, but you don't really catch up. But
you don't really catch up. No.
But it feels good at the moment.
It does feel well. It just felt good to. When I woke up in the morning, then it was like, I don't really have to do anything, And when you wake up in the morning at home with the baby, it's like there's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot to do. That's something that surprised me about the baby is there will be weeks, before my wife even went back to work and I wasn't working, I would look at the calendar and just look. We have absolutely nothing to do this week. How beautiful is that? Not one single thing we have to do this week. But then. With the baby, you're just busier than you've ever been, even with nothing to do.
Yeah,
busier than you've ever been.
Yeah,
crazy.
I like the people that are like, oh well, we have the people that don't have a kid and they're like they have a dog. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, but you can't leave that kid at home with a bowl of food,
right?
or in the cage. I mean. You're not doing that, right?
No. I mean, the only similarity. Jesus, my voice. The only similarities, baby and is like puppy. Like when you first get the puppy, and the puppy, like the first 2 to 3 months when you're potty training the puppy. That's the only thing that could be compared to. But baby is like the first 2 to 3 months. I guess last till they're 5. I don't know. Just never gonna, or maybe never gonna be over. So I will allow people to compare it to having a puppy, but only the first couple months when the dog's waking you up in the middle of the night and pees on everything. Yeah.
Final question. You have a boy. Have you been peed on?
Yeah,
Changing a diaper?
multiple times. I think he likes it. I think he likes peeing on me because, I mean, I do preventative. I try to prevent it. I'll try to prevent him peeing on me.
Yep.
We get this little washcloth, and like the washcloth goes on the penis.
Yep.
And then, if he pees in the washcloth, you wipe it off. But you got to take the washcloth off and put the diaper on. And multiple times, it's like he waits until you try to do the Indiana Jones switch, the bag of the sand and the idol with the diaper and the washcloth, and he'll just pee right out of there. There were times when I was so tired in the first weeks of his life where I didn't even know if he peed for sure or not. But there were times when, how like the Bellagio fountain has water that just like bloop, and it's just, it's like it comes out, the water arc is fully in the air, and then it's gone. Yes. There were times where it's like low light in the nursery. I'm changing him, and I go, I don't know. And then I just finished putting the diaper. Like, some pee might have gone somewhere. I don't know.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. As long as it wasn't on my robe, I was fine with it. What a way to wrap it up. Good job.
Yep, perfect. Thank you. I can't wait for more updates next time you're back.
No, thank you very much for having me.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.